What's up, everybody? News Now Wyoming here, bringing you another episode. This time it's going to be a short and quick one. We're going to look at our monitor cases file and just say, cops, quit screwing up. I've got so many cases to catch up on that, come on, dude. I can't keep up with you. I keep getting told about cases, or I could probably release 5 videos a day and not be able to catch up with you guys. So please, cops, take the next 2 months off. Just, nobody wants you anyway, right? Everybody's saying defund the police, which is just stupid. But so just take the next 2 months away from committing tyranny. Okay, you know the media's on you. You know the people are against you. Just quit being terrorists. So at least I can catch up on your cases. So you guys, we're just going to take a look at the cases I've got in front of me currently that caught my eye. Some of these I probably will never do. Some of them, of course, I will or have and will continue. So first one is Miller versus Weber. Of course, this is San Angelo. You guys know it, the Jack Miller case. I've done lots of videos on this one because there have been lots of files on it. So we are waiting for a response there. Then we've got the one here in Cheyenne where the deputies came and used excessive force. They were out there for a mental check. They actually entered his house to arrest him after he went back into his house. So the case there has been dismissed against the commissioners because it didn't pass Monell. They weren't able to prove that this is standard practice. So the deputies also tried to get their claims dismissed, and that was denied. Michael Sexton versus Colorado Springs. This has been on my radar for a long time, but I just did the first video on it earlier today. It has I put settlement agreement question mark because that was before I was able to find it, get it. I had to put in a public records request and wait for that. But yes, there has been a settlement agreement. So this one, I think I can delete it. Alright, another one here in Wyoming, Wright versus Howe. He's saying unlawful arrest and excessive force. Still don't have a lot of details on it. Hopefully I'll be able to dig into that. I'm interested just because those are Cheyenne cops. Oregon. Which one is this? Oh, this is that disabled woman who was arrested for driving her scooter. They did a very low-speed chase to her house and arrested her for failure to wear a helmet. Obviously, next hearing, 8th of March, 2021. That's gone and passed. There are a lot of documents as part of this docket. I went through it I was looking at it the other day. Really not sure if I want to pay that much money to read it. She pled guilty to her charges. So I'm not really certain on her 1983 claims. Now, the Americans with Disability Act, I don't know anything about. I don't know her claims there, but her 1983 claims, because she pled guilty, she can't. The things she's pleading, I don't get the case. Not under 1983. But I'll be following it. There's so many documents in there, and I'm not sure exactly what the status is. The Auditors versus Leon Valley. This is another fun one. Leon Valley cops came in and arrested a bunch of people for being witnesses to a supposed crime of one person blocking the doorway. So they came in and arrested like 13 or 15 people and confiscated their cameras. and then it was put on hold for years because there were possible criminal charges, and just the Leon Valley Police Chief, and yeah, so it's still stuck in discovery. One of the plaintiffs her case is about to be dismissed because she hasn't responded. Her attorney dropped her, or she dropped her attorney. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but it is in discovery phase. Most of the claims are still valid. So once there's something to report on there that's of value and not just gossip or drama, because I'm really tired of the Auditors in Texas drama that's going on. So I don't want to report on that. So nothing of substance in it. I looked through it. I downloaded a bunch of documents. Nothing of substance yet beyond what I've already covered, but I will keep on keeping on that. Wisconsin. Cahoon versus the sheriff. The teen posts on Instagram. This is at the beginning of the pandemic. And she says, I beat the COVID. And this is just one of those interesting cases. She says, I beat the COVID. All of her doctor tests said she did not have COVID. They gave her 2 tests. They both came back negative. But the same doctor says you have all the symptoms of it. I still think you have it. So she went on Instagram and said, I beat COVID after a school trip. So because it was a school trip, all these other kids that were on the school trip to Florida, I think it was, really freaked out. You know how parents are, especially at the beginning of a pandemic. That everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, our kids are going to die. So the school district asked the sheriff to go over there and tell her to pull off the case. And I keep losing internet. And the sheriff says that he didn't tell her. He threatened her to arrest. There's a video out there. Again, this is one of those things I kind of want to cover, but I kind of don't. Because anything COVID related is really... YouTube doesn't like anything that you say about COVID. The teen, whether she was lying or not, had the right to post on Instagram whatever the hell she wanted to. The sheriff went over there and actually threatened to arrest her parents if she didn't delete the post. Threatened to arrest them if she didn't delete the post. Now, yeah, so not really a lot has happened in that case, so not a lot to report on. Of course, the sheriff tried to get it dismissed, and that was denied. So, more to come there, you guys. I do want to cover that just because it is a First Amendment. And offline again, what the heck? Middle District of Florida, of course, this is Johnson versus Noco. The passenger failed to ID. I did one video on that a while back, or I did 2 videos on that a while back, with the full intention of doing a full case breakdown. And I still intend to do that. It is on my list. Southern District of Indiana. This was a cop versus the NFL. First Amendment. And it was actually a libel case, a defamation. The NFL actually, I think it was his estate or something. But they used his case of him, of one of his victims who died, the police say lawfully. And yeah, now I'm really out of internet. They say it was a lawful killing, and the video and all evidence proves that, and the NFL showcased it. And but this officer actually just a while back, I was just looking it up. Yeah, August 19th. The case was dismissed. I was never able to actually find the lawsuit, but he did go ahead and request that it get dismissed on the 19th. So that one, I want to do a little bit more follow-up on myself before I say no, I'm not going to cover it. Middle District of Florida, Taylor versus Noco. This is, of course, the sheriff's program that I covered the other day and plan to cover a lot more. That intelligence list. 15-year-old being top criminal minds or some crap. District of Colorado. This is Karen Gardner versus City of Loveland. This is that old 72-year-old woman with dementia who was stopped and then brutally injured, broke her arm while arresting her, and then all the officers are on tape laughing about it, joking about it, and so this is that lawsuit. Of course, I want to cover that one. That's in my backyard too. Southern District of West Virginia, Ellswick versus Stupid Deputies. This is one that civil rights lawyer, he's posted on a few videos on his page. He's actually filed the lawsuits now. He just filed the lawsuit on this, so I want to do a showcase on that lawsuit and of what they did. The deputies came to his house to serve a piece of paper that was basically an eviction notice that ended up getting dismissed or settled out of court, so he was never actually evicted. But they came to serve him paperwork and cut his gate, broke in his house, entered his windows, cut his video camera feeds, and then went through his house, documented his guns. Just complete invasion of privacy if all you're there for is to serve paperwork. So, civil rights lawyer, again, go look him up. He's got a few videos on that. I don't cover a lot of his lawsuits because most of them are state actions, not federal. But this one he did file in federal court. So, I'm going to enjoy digging through that and watching the videos with you guys. So, let me know what you think. Now I got to figure out my internet and before I can do the next video. So, thank you guys and have a fantastic day.